Believe that if you provide huge tax breaks to corporate America and to some of the wealthiest people in this country, that somehow it will just trickle down to everybody in our society.
If you look at history, every time this has been done, it's worked. Why not do it again?
The problem is, it's never happened. If you look at the George W. Bush tax cuts, when he passed a tax bill in 2001, huge tax break for the wealthy and large corporations.
Today, I am sending to Congress my plan to provide relief to all income taxpayers, which I believe will help jumpstart the American economy.
Under the 8 years of George W. Bush, we actually lost nearly 500,000 private sector jobs.
I am sure, in fairness to President Bush, that there are some people who are really enthusiastic about his tax relief program. I happen not to know any of those people.
All of us here in Washington, the President and the Congress, are responsible to confront the danger of an economic slowdown and to blunt its effects.
Median income went down by about $2,200.
This bill is grossly unfair. My Republican friends, it is not the millionaires and billionaires who are struggling. It's the middle class.
The poverty rate went up and the national debt nearly doubled from $5.6 trillion to $10.6 trillion. When Ronald Reagan passed his tax breaks.
By lowering everyone's tax rates all the way up the income scale, each of us will have a greater incentive to climb higher, to excel, to help America grow.
The national debt nearly tripled from $1 trillion to $2.9 trillion. The poverty rate also went up.
I have only one thing to say to the tax increasers. Go ahead, make my day.
Frankly, by having cut the high-income tax rates to 25%, as an example, people don't have the incentive anymore to invest. But the fact is that 25% for high-income people, it should be raised substantially.
In 1993, we had an opposite example. Bill Clinton worked on a tax bill that increased taxes on the wealthy.
An America, yes, in which the wealthiest few, those making over $200,000 a year, are asked to pay their fair share.
The Republicans said that the economy was going to crash.
We're going to come back here next year. There will be higher deficits. We'll continue to have a very slow economy. People aren't going to go to work.
I believe this will lead to a recession next year.
And what happened? We had 22 million new jobs that were created. Median income went up, poverty went down, and we actually ended up with a $236 billion federal surplus.
The deficit used to have 11 zeros, now it will have no zeros. In fact, we're going to be in surplus.
So I think that the results are very clear.